Hey, this is Ken. We are here at our second vlog post of the year for Experience Traveling. I am doing it solo again. I will get Christina on here. Just so happens that she is not available at the present moment, so you're stuck with me. At least you have a nice beach, crashing surf background there in the back. And yes, I need to get a haircut, and it's like 0 friggin' degrees outside, and I'm in a t-shirt thing down here. I do have a space heater going behind me that you can't see because of the background, but anyway, I digress. We are continuing our series on 2025 best places to go, and we are now going to stay here in the United States. We have 6 destinations that we would recommend here for 2025. First and foremost is Alaska. I know lots of you have probably been to Alaska. Christina and I have not actually. We had what two or three different times we had booked a cruise to Alaska. We're gonna take my parents and we're gonna take Christina's parents up there. But the first one we had booked was right when COVID hits in 2020. We were supposed to go in May 2020, and obviously that did not happen. And then it was rescheduled and kicked back, and then life happened, and we never actually made it to Alaska. We exchanged all of that for our European cruise last in September of 2024. So that's when we finally took all those cruise credits and stuff that we had rolled over from that Alaska stuff when we finally used them. But Alaska is definitely on our list to get to in the next year. Probably won't happen this year in 2025 because we already have most of our travel booked, but 2026 we're going to try maybe to get to Alaska. We're probably going to do a cruise. That's a great way to see Alaska, is to do a different cruise. There's lots of cruise itineraries and things to do. We might actually extend our cruise with a tour to stay a couple days before or after, depending on what cruise itinerary you choose. In Tour Denali National Park, and all of that. Lots of things to do in Alaska. So we're gonna make it there. So if you have not, Alaska's first on the list. It just happens to be that way because we're doing it alphabetically, but Alaska is first on the list. I guess I say that, but Alabama is actually also on the list, so that probably should have been alphabetically first. You can see that I'm a little bit troubled here today with my alphabet. But anyway, Alabama, more specifically, the Gulf Shores, Orange Beach area. We're here in the St. Louis metro area in the Midwest. So lots of us here in this Midwest area know and love Gulf Shores, Alabama, because it's an easy little ride down there to get, and it's very nice beaches, much less expensive than like neighboring Florida. So Gulf Shores area in Alabama. Now there are other things to see in Alabama. There's a lot of history down in Alabama. The Birmingham area, which is the biggest city in Alabama. There's lots to do around there as well. My brother actually lives in a suburb of Birmingham now, and so there's Alabama is on the list, right? That would be first alphabetically. So Alabama and Alaska. Next, we come to Colorado. I know this one's kind of a stereotypical one, like everybody knows Colorado's beautiful and blah, blah, blah. But definitely on the list. There's something for everyone. Doesn't matter what time of year you go to Colorado. It can be in the summer, can be in the winter, obviously, for the skiing and all of that. Skiing and all that has become very expensive, very expensive. But some pro tips and travel hacks, we can probably get those costs down for you, depending on what time of year you want to go and where you want to stay. Maybe you stay in a little less known ski area as opposed to Aspen and Vail and uh, Winter Park and Breckenridge and all of those sorts of things. But Colorado is definitely on the list. Actually, Christina just returned yesterday from a trip to Colorado, as she has family that lives in Colorado Springs. So another great area, right? Maybe not so much for the skiing, but another great area of Colorado with Pikes Peak and all of that right there. So Colorado is on the list. So this one might surprise you, and this is actually a state that we have not been to, but is definitely also on our list. Idaho, more specifically the Boise, Idaho, Boise being the capital and largest city. Um, Lots of natural beauty in Idaho, much less expensive if you want to go see the Pacific Northwest. Now, obviously, it's not on the coast like Portland and Seattle. Um, we're not so crazy about going to the Pacific Northwest, although we have never been to Washington or Oregon. Christine and I have not been to Washington nor Oregon. Um, Honestly, I'm not trying to be political here, but not really interested in going there right now. So I know the natural beauty is something to behold. So um, plenty of other places to go right now until I guess we'll just say sanity returns. So Idaho is one of the reasons Idaho is on our list as opposed to those other locations. Tennessee. I know this is the stereotypical one, but man, it's just like Colorado. So many things to do in Tennessee. Whether you want to honky tonk it down in Nashville or you want to go to Gatlinburg and see the Great Smoky Mountains, Gatlinburg, and of course, the area around Gatlinburg. There's lots of areas there to see, and just about everything in between. Like Tennessee has a lot to see and offer. I know Nashville is becoming, kind of the stereotypical large city, becoming very expensive. But if you pick and choose your things right, as a pro tip there, to stay outside, right? Stay in a suburb area, just maybe not in the downtown area. I know people like to be immersed in the downtown and the city life, and you just walk from your hotel room too. But man, if you want to save a boatload of money, you can stay outside of the downtown area there and maybe taxi or Uber in when you want to do the nightlife thing. So Tennessee's on the list. And now here's one. We're going outside of the actual states. This is Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is bonus number 6 on the list. Puerto Rico. Again, that wasn't alphabetical. This was the bonus bonus Puerto Rico on the list. Um, we've actually been to Puerto Rico. It was a cruise stop many years ago when we did a Caribbean cruise. We walked around, we got off and walked around the old town area there in San Juan. Very nice, very nice. Very interesting. Just the day we were only there one day. But Puerto Rico also has some very nice beaches. It's pretty inexpensive compared to other Caribbean islands. It's easy to get to from the U.S. Obviously, it's a protectorate of the U.S. I don't protectorate's probably not the official word, but obviously it's not a state, but it's everything but a state as it relates to being part of the U.S. So Puerto Rico is on the list, and this was devastated a few years ago by a hurricane. So you may remember, the governor, the governor, and the president at the time of the hurricane was also Trump, who just is back in office now. But they have rebounded very well. Now there's still lots of areas that have not been rebuilt for who knows what reasons, but Puerto Rico is on the list as a little known destination, maybe Caribbean destination to get to and see. So those are our areas: Alabama, Alaska, Colorado, Idaho, Tennessee, bonus Puerto Rico. So hopefully you enjoyed that. We actually, through our vacation club, we can, especially through the RCI piece of it. Remember, RCI are condo units, and especially in Tennessee, even in Puerto Rico, there's several of them. Colorado, there's lots of places to go, and we can actually extend our savings and allow other people to use our memberships and all of that, and pass along our great discounts as well. So if you're interested in any of that, be sure to contact us, ask us any questions, and with that, we will see you in the next blog post.